Sup everyone. So Frieren Beyond Journey's End Season 2 is currently airing right now, and I wanted to give my thoughts on the series so far. So far, I do think that Season 2 is pretty damn good. I got a new mic if you couldn't tell, and I really wanted to break this thing in. And what better way than talking about one of the greatest shows of our generation. Does the show have some issues? Yes. For one thing, I think that both seasons so far have started out pretty slow. I think it takes time to build things up to a climax, and I think Season 1 did a pretty good job. I just don't know how they're going to pull it off in Season 2 when it's only 10 episodes. I also think that the characters could use some more emotions. Like, come on man, show me some spunk, some pizzazz. There's like that joke that Frieren throwing a tantrum shows more emotions than the entirety of Season 1, and although it's funny, I do think it is a fair critique of the show. But besides those things, I think that the show is about as close to perfection as you can get. There are so many things about the show that makes the show absolutely magical. Although the characters don't show much emotion, when they do, it feels meaningful and important. It makes each gesture, each action, feel important. Like there's a reason that they are feeling this way. It also makes for some funny and cute moments. And the characters themselves feel so real and genuine. It's such a joy to learn and grow with these characters, to see their journey through these lands and watch them develop with each other, especially a character like Fern. You literally watch her grow up from a child, see how she was raised by Frieren and Hyder, and you watch her character grow with the show. You see her happy, sad, and joyful moments, you watch her develop as a mage, meet new people, fall in love, and watch her grow up. It is such an integral part of the show and makes her feel like such a genuine character. And of course, there's Frieren herself. To watch her begin the journey at the end of one, with Hyder, Himmel, and Eisen, it is really a bittersweet moment that first episode. Watching them then go on one final small journey with Himmel before his death, watching them go through the lands to see the beautiful rain shower, one final time together. And then Himmel dies, and you see the people he knew gathered to mourn his death. And watching Frieren break down in tears, to her, this is but a fleeting moment in her long, long life. But that moment was special to her. And I do think that they really are able to capture the essence of Frieren as a character in these moments. Her life is so long, spanning millennia. To her, these small, impactful moments are just that, fleeting moments in her long, long life. But they still hold meaning to her. The long journey is the meaningful moment, and they really are able to capture what it must feel to her to live such a long life. To see the people around her age while she remains unchanging, and you see her having to say goodbye many times. And then, you see her spend time with Fern, and then go on a new journey, with Stark and Fern and the people they meet along the way. And you see so many meaningful moments along the journey, some that may seem insignificant but hold meaning to her, especially those moments that mirror what she experienced with Himmel and the gang. And it really is all about those small moments in the show. From soaking their feet in the hot springs at the top of a mountain, to finding a bunch of blue flowers to place along a statue. The show is about the journey, the process of finding those moments that are special. Okay, but this is all the sappy stuff, the stuff that doesn't matter, am I right? Because it's all about the action, baby. And let me tell you, the action is exquisite. From the melee battles to the magical ones. Now, I did hear that the manga does not really do action well. Apparently the author is not great at conveying the action scenes, but there is no issue with that in the anime series. And what I love about the action is not just that it feels weighty, impactful, and full of well-drawn animation, it's that it feels purposeful. It feels like the action is there for a reason. Like, this is not a shonen anime. The action is there when it needs to be, and then it is reeled back when the quiet and emotional moments are needed. And when it is on the screen, the action is exquisite. Like, look at this action scene. The camera angles, the way the lights are all bouncing all over the place and the camera is panning around showing the whole thing, the action is immaculate. And speaking of the action, there's one more point I wanted to talk about that is related to the action, and that is the magic. It's, dare I say, magical? The magic in the show feels so unique, and part of that is that it is able to make the magic feel so mystical, like it is not a part of this world. It feels so foreign, so out of there, and yet it matches with this world's aesthetic. Take for instance when Frieren casts magic to break the barrier surrounding their exam location to let the rain in. She raises her hands, and all of a sudden, a bunch of green lights appear, and then a bunch of triangles just appear out of nowhere and go apeshit. And then a beam of light goes up, and the barrier shatters like glass. Pure cinema, what can I say? And I gotta say, the magical exam arc is kind of goated. Partly because the writing is really good, but also because the action and magic are just extraordinary. My favorite episode of the entire series so far is episode 14 of season 1. It's not the most action-packed one, or the one with the most funny or cute moments, but to me, it is the most beautiful and meaningful episode of the entire show. The premise of the episode is pretty simple. The gang is on a carriage on their way to the next town in their journey, but on the way they are attacked by a giant bird monster, and in the process of driving it off, Frieren loses one of her possessions, a silver ring that she got from Himmel. The episode, or the second half of it then, is about the gang trying to find that ring, and then it flashbacks to a scene of Himmel giving the ring to Frieren, and in that scene, it has it all: romance, subtlety, emotions, and the beautiful backdrop. And when Himmel kneels down in front of Frieren, it's a different kind of magic. You can tell from watching the episode that he really is in love with her, although he does not say it outright. And he kneels down and gives her the ring, and then the scene transitions to Frieren floating above the forest, and she uses a spell, and a single light appears in the distance, almost like a star, shining in front of her, representing her memories and emotions. The episode is just so beautiful, and it represents what I love about this anime. I'm telling you, this anime is something special. It is a masterclass in writing and storytelling, in action, in magic, and in subtlety, especially for an anime. This show, I think, will stand the test of time and remain one of the GOATs of anime, and I don't say that lightly. Absolutely incredible. And that is going to be it. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate the support. And if you have any feedback, leave a comment for me. I would love to know how I can improve my videos. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.